Okay, this is the recap for, I believe, the week 2 game. Bretonians versus Chaos. Pretty big disparity in blocks. Not really that surprising though when you're talking strength 4 team versus a non-strength 4 team. Obviously, huge ball possession for the Bretonians. Not terrible SPP for either side. Definitely below average armor. Even with AV7, there's no mighty blow on the other team. We shouldn't really be at 65%. 0% pickups. That's a hell of a thing. How did you? Guessing there's a catch in here somewhere that got the ball in their hand. I guess we'll see anyway when I watch the game, but that is interesting. And oh, okay, bad pickups all around this game, I guess. Basically just the story of it. And we will see it. Unfortunately, yeah, we did get a lineman MVP, but it's not really the end of the world. Getting block or wrestle on those pieces can actually help quite a bit, as can dirty player or kick. I'd probably go kick first. But then all the rest of them are pretty good. I like, as Bretonians, I love fouling, so I would never turn down a dirty player. Okay, we're in the Bretonian stadium. Not that it matters this early. Neither of these teams are going to have stadium enhancements. And who won the coin flip there? Pause there for 1 second. Okay, so Chaos chose to kick. That's interesting. We get the fan factor on the Bretonian side, which is nice. Or no, wait, no, it was the Chaos that got the. Wait, no. Yeah, Chaos. Okay, turn some skills on here. So we have one loner. Guessing he's going with the defend 5 setup. This is a very weird setup. It's like half defend 5, half chevron. I'm not really sure where he was going with this. Typically, I think against a defense like this, if I wanted to score quickly, I would probably set up a bunch of players either on this side or this side, and I would just push this guy in and then just try to put my players up here or up here. Because obviously you can't go through the center. You don't have any guard, which is unfortunate. Guard would make this so much easier because you could just assign 3 guys to it. But we don't have guards, so. No, actually no skills on either team for this, which is pretty hilarious for a week 2 game. I gotta admit, I'm not sure what we're doing with this setup. Like, I would definitely want to leave, like, I usually put, like, a player here and a player here if I'm on defense, just in case there's a blitz. But you don't need to have this many players back this far, because it's going to let him control the tempo of this drive if you don't at least, like, try to threaten some of these areas. Like, I wouldn't even hate just putting a player up here. But I really like doing rapid scoring threats, so that's not a uncommon thing for me. But I would definitely want to see a blitz on either this guy or this guy, like one of the 4 goats. And I don't think having players all the way back here is really going to help much. For that matter, you don't really need all 5 of these guys on the LOS here. I mean, obviously, once you have guard, you'll be able to put like a guard piece in the center and then slap 2 blockers or 2 blitzers down. And I know we are down the 1 blitzer going into this game, but I would have preferred to see a blitzer loose, like back here somewhere, hiding behind this, probably this peasant he'd put up here. Just so we could blitz with block against one of these 2, instead of tying all these players up potentially. Like, this is a really balanced defense, which, unless your opponent gets a blitz, it's kind of irrelevant. Because like obviously he needs to make it so that he's spread out, so that you can't just like blaze down the one side. But you don't need to do the same thing. Okay, I hate this. We should be blitzing one of these goats, not further blitzing people on the LOS. Also, if we were gonna... Okay, so there was multiple ways we could have done this block. This guy coming in was just not a great idea. This guy hitting this guy, I get, but then you could have had this player hit the player that we knocked down there from here, and if he pushed him, he'd end up right here, which lets this guy block. It's all about maximizing your LOS blocks without using your blitz. We really don't want to be using our blitz to hit something on the line of scrimmage, especially since now we've just ended up with this player not being knocked down when we could have done different hits to maximize our blocks. And I generally would never follow up. I don't hate this. Unfortunately, there's not a lot of really great fouling targets because he has no leveled up players. Not really sure what he's doing either. Okay, that makes sense. Horn's doing work. Just get a stun. Fend is such a good skill. Such a good skill. But this is kind of like what I was saying, where we've basically... because we didn't put anybody up either side, and we didn't really knock many people down, we've kind of forfeited the speed. Also, as a side note, there's been exactly 3 successful hits this game, and all 3 have been breaks. So that's a thing. Dauntless doing work. Okay, so the one unfortunate thing is that we did have this, well, potential space here, but it's just not working out. Dauntless works out, and we get him down. You definitely want to push in this instance to leave him tied up on Sam here. And definitely don't give people free hits on your blitzers. Although, granted, his 1 dice did end up with him on the ground and stunned, but that might not happen every time. So, though, this drive is actually going quite well for you, all things considered. Armor continues to be paper. There's been 1 successful armor save so far. Alright, one thing to note here, he didn't go for it, but if he used, well, either of these 2 goats actually, one of them could base this guy, the other one can actually swing back here with 2 GFIs and 2 dice your ball. Now he didn't, but he could have, and you totally did leave this opening back here. This guy needed to be 1 square back, he needed to be right here. So that way this guy and this guy have this, like, if there's 2 squares between them, no one can get in through without a dodge, whereas if he'd actually gone for it, he could hit your ball down, potentially. Now it is 2 GFIs, and I don't know if some people wouldn't go for it, but I certainly would. If you gave me a shot on your ball with a 2 dice, I would take it. Okay, we're going to get the wrestle hit. Not terrible. There are way too many players based up here right now. So many one dice. Oh, this is way too many players in this one area. Everybody is tied up here. Fend is going to be a pretty good skill here, though, stopping this guy from following up. That's really good. Handsome Twitch taking a punch like a champ. It's kind of just all basing your team here. Which is working out reasonably well, considering the fact he hasn't 1 in 9 yet. Although I guess he did get the 1 skull. So one thing to note here is that, like, I don't think he realized it, but he actually had a push play hit on your ball. By hitting this guy, because the way that your players were set up, he could have pushed your player up here, and this guy right here, because where's the guy that was knocked on the ground? He is somewhere else. Or no, he didn't get knocked down. Where did he end up? Mouthfill, is that him? Either way, it's one of these guys here. Where is he? Anyway, there was a push play on your ball, so you just got to be careful with that. He did not go for it because he went with the other hits first, but it could have been real bad. And this is a terrible scrum here. Dauntless doing some work. Unfortunately, just a push. We need to get some players behind here. This guy being based up is really bad, but there's nothing you can do about that. Ooh, that hit's nice. Okay. So we're going to move our cage back, assuming we make the 3+ dodge, which we do. But we still... Our opponent's getting like 4 hits next turn on us, which I don't like. Also, as a side note, well, actually I gotta wait until this stupid symbol disappears. You just gave your opponent a surf if he wanted it, because this guy can hit this guy off, this guy hits this guy off, and then he can literally just 1 dice this dude to here and then blitz him to surf him if he wanted to. I don't really think he would, but again, you got to be really careful of being on the sideline if you're basing. Fend won't save you from that. It's not stand firm. Still no 1 in 9s. Interesting. Armor's actually holding really well for your team, though. Okay. So I can't surf you because obviously he didn't use the both down. Oh, 1 in 9 into a dub skull. Okay, that's really good luck for you. So now it should be pretty easy to move your cage up because he basically just gave that to you. Nope, this guy should have moved here. It's easier to... What? Okay. That confuses me a lot. So one thing about this is it's your turn 5. Pushing this guy out makes your job harder. You're trying to push down the pitch. You could have easily done a blitz hit on this guy to push him in, and then done this 2 dice hit and pushed him up this way. Your goal isn't really, like, you don't really need to knock these guys down. You just need to keep them in the center, and then move your players up here and kind of screen your ball off. Because hiding back here isn't going to do you much good if you can't score. Getting a lot of both downs and pushes. That actually didn't help you at all. Or wait, no, because you were hitting. Right, you blocked off this guy, I see. This is a lot of extra steps to get through. Didn't really make it any easier. Okay, well, let's look at your setup once we finish here. Okay, is there any way that he can easily hit your ball here? I don't think so. He's not getting the hit off here easily. He can hit one of these two if he stands this guy up. I'd assume he's going to hit the blitzer. But he doesn't really have a shot on the ball, so that's good. And you do have a fend guy here, so he can't even blitz this way to base your ball, so that's actually really, really good for you. He has no way in the back because he needs to push this guy out, which he can't do. So, yeah, your ball's actually really safe where he is. Really need to be moving down the pitch, though. Run out of turns. And he is going to keep walking in front of you if you don't stop him. Okay, and gets the push. Yeah, obviously not going to follow there. Another one dice. That was a really bad play from him. That opened up the sideline to you now, which I hope you take. Because he basically just gave you the side now. Yeah, I don't hate this blitz. You push him up. You follow it up. Well, you don't have to follow it up, but this guy's not really going anywhere else. Okay, what? Oh, you're just trying to maximize blocks now. Okay. We're gonna move our players up here so that we can move the ball up, though. Because he gave you that sideline. Like, it's yours now. I actually wouldn't hate fouling this goat on the ground if you could. Okay, so he's got this hit. That's not a big deal. He's got this hit and this hit. Not really a whole lot you could prevent that with. This hit, not the worst. He does literally just have a 3+ 2 dice blitz on your ball, though. So I would have actually preferred if this guy was actually standing here and not moved up. Although now that I think about it, that would have given this guy a push play. Really, this guy just needs to not be standing where he is, and this guy needs to be one square back. But it looks like he's just going to maximize blocks as well. Okay, another stun. Relatively pillow-fisted game so far. Alright, so he did not notice the blitz, or he just wants to try to tie you up front. Not that any of his block dice have been good. Not that yours have been any good either, but... Alright, he's going to try to get in front of you. Okay, not really. Fen doing a thing. Oh, there goes Handsome Twitch. Badly hurt, not exactly a huge deal. And man, he throws a lot of one dice. Which is something okay, and then he followed up. I guess it would require you to commit these extra players back there to get the hits. So I understand why he did that. Okay, we get a stun. Yeah, it's not that... That's a 1 dice, which I really don't like, but it works out. Okay, now we have a 2 dice blitz on this guy, and then I'll let you score. And success. And walk it in. Yeah, definitely I would probably advise in the future moving your players up a bit sooner than that. That could have gotten really hairy if he had been a bit more aggressive. Alright, so the only thing that is there's 1 Kaz. 2 turns to score. It's pretty unlikely he would be able to do this at any point. At this point, okay. Setting up for the protection defense, I guess. Or not. What's going on here? What are we doing? I guess we do have 1 turn. I honestly would probably hide these linemen. This guy needs to be 1 square back. Oops, accidentally tabbed out there. Not really sure why there's a Chaos Warrior so far back. Oh, we get a blitz. Not a whole lot you can do with that. It basically landed in the exact spot that you would not be able to take advantage of it. I don't hate putting the extra pressure on the ball due to the blitz, but I'm not a really huge fan about giving all these extra blocks to him that he didn't have previously. Because that's a lot of blocks he just got for free. Because, yeah, with the assists that he can give here, he can do 5 blocks. I don't like giving out that many free blocks. Also because you so heavily overcommitted, if you push down here, there's almost no chance that you're going to stop the score. His block dice are atrocious. I'm assuming that's going to be the blitz target. Weird. Oh, that's right. He wants to try to do the throw with the warrior, I think. And he followed up. Okay, I'm just confused by this. Okay, warrior picks up the ball, and success. Oh, no. He does make the throw. Okay, there we go. So he does level. And this is a potato. There's no one to protect that guy. That's just weird. Okay, first things first. Do we have a scoring threat? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, he's 1 off. That sucks. Still, this guy's an easy 2 dice blitz. There will not be a chaos score today unless something goes really weird. I would reroll that. Yeah, there it goes. Yep, no score now. Oh! Casual 4+ dodge. Another casual 4+ dodge. Okay. Away we go. Alright, so we're going to do the blitz push onto the ball to scatter it out. Not that there's any world in which he gets a scoring threat here. Ball scatters in. That's a 4+ pickup. I mean, you're still going to try it if you're the Chaos, but... That's a 1. And that's... Okay, well, with a snake, no matter what, it was going to fail. Well, now I understand why there were so many failed catches this game. Chaos stays out, so 2-man advantage for the Chaos. Alright, so one thing quick. I don't hate setting up players in this particular type of format, although I would put these guys both in the center to stop him from just going right down the center, but you should be 1 square further back. This guy should be here, this guy should be here, because if he set up here and then he got a quick snap, he can just put players to base up these 2, and then he gets 5 hits plus a blitz. Not a huge deal against like a team like Fresh Chaos, but once you start fighting like later Chaos and teams that have a lot of Muddy Blow, you definitely don't want to be giving up 2 extra hits if there's a quick snap. Another high kick. Is that the... No, right, you had a blitz. That's right. And this is one of the reasons why it's good to set up this particular way when you're doing hits. Just because you get way more chances to hurt somebody. Which in this case he needed, because he got a lot of pushes. But he did get all 3 guys on the ground. So, I guess at the end of the day, he did what he wanted. Okay, I was about to say, like, interesting play here, just basing a dude. Oh, 1 and 9. It's a pretty early waste of a reroll. I guess he has 2 more, but still. Down he goes. I always like a good elf screen. Unfortunately, I have too many dudes on the ground to make it super effective. That being said, these dudes have been dodging champs. Oh, there we go. There's one. I think with his body, though, he makes it so he can't just walk through the center. So, that's nice of him, at least. Or wait, no, he can. One thing about the elf screen is you need to have it 2 deep. Otherwise, he can just walk through like he's doing right now. I don't know why he's all basing you, but he is. I guess he does have the 2-player advantage, so he just wants to, you know, just take complete advantage of it. Okay, where is he going? Fair enough. Okay, so I think literally every single one of your players is based. I'm really surprised this doesn't end with him scoring. That was a pretty good 1 dice, though. So a 3+, a 3+ for a 2 dice. I'd take that. Is this a blitz? I can't actually tell. It is. Okay. There we go. Down he goes, and the ball. Another successful catch. And down he goes again! Okay, that's hilarious. Ooh, okay, that is a rough place for the ball to land for the Chaos. He committed way too far earlier. So, yeah. That being said, it's a pretty easy scatter. He blitzes this blocker. What do we get here? Another KO. So 3-player advantage for the Chaos. Yeah. He played a sloppy cage. He based you, and you took a complete advantage of it, so that was a really good play. And we're going for the ball scatter here, which I completely endorse. Armor, again, being paper. Really good scatter, though, for you. That's a tough one for him to retrieve. Like a true Chaos coach, though, he seems far more interested in just hitting you. My 4-player advantage. What? Why was there a reroll there? Oh, I guess he wants to try the pickup. My god. Oh, there's an actual successful pick. Was that an intercept? Ha! Owned. Okay, how does this ball get free? 1 dice blitz? 1 dice blitz, 100%. Casual 4+ dodge. Okay then. Wow. Alright, so let's just look at these dice here for a second. So we got the intercept. We do the dodge. So, like I said, what I probably would have done, in all honesty, would be a 1 dice blitz. Although, granted, you wouldn't be able to throw after that. But with a 1 dice blitz, you could have pushed this guy to here and then done the dodge. And then you could have actually run up behind this guy if you wanted to. Just due to the way that your dice rolled. But, I mean, the pass works out for sure. But that was a much harder roll. Because it was a 4+ dodge without a built-in reroll. A 5+ pass. Well, I mean, the 3+ catch with a reroll was pretty easy, but the rest of it was pretty rough. Whereas if you'd done the blitz on this guy, let's see. So we go from here to here. It's effectively a 3+, which you would have gotten. And you had rolled a 4, so that would be a push. So you push him here. You dodge out this way. So this is 2 squares, 3 squares, 4 squares, 5 squares, 6 squares, 7 squares, 8 squares. Yeah, you could have hid behind him. Potentially. But, I mean, obviously this is a pretty good play as well. It's just, you know, you needed a 5+ to make it work, so it was very risky. I love that the intercept was that... why did he not blitz you? Okay, he made a useless 3+ dodge first because he's goats, so this was a 2 dice anyway. Okay. With a 4-player advantage, he really should not have a hard time manhandling your team here. Oh, another 1 and 9. He's out of rerolls now. So the 1 and 9s came pretty fast and furious in the second half here. But I mean, that's what happens when you're throwing this many blocks as rookie Chaos. Another KO. 5-man advantage now. And he fails to pick up, but man, is that going to be a hard ball to retrieve. I honestly don't think I would stand up any of these guys at this point. You're just giving him free hits for no real reason. Okay, he makes it out. Alright, well now you have a... We're doing the red dice hit? Oh, it's a 1 dice. Oh! Oh, no. Well, I mean, that was worth a shot. I can't argue that at all. The pushes continue. I mean, I would have done a 2 dice hit before that, but let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Wow, good red dice hit. That was risky as hell, but it worked out. And then this one works out. Man, coming up aces. Oh, that's a heartbreaking failed pickup, though. This second half has just been ridiculous, though, with just all the failed dice rolls. Every turn has been a turnover. Alright, so going to be a goat blitz here. I mean, he has a goat here open to take the ball, but he's got to get it to him first. I don't know if I'd be throwing all these blocks before I blitz your dude off the ball. But he is. Let's get lucky with that. And another entry. And badly hurt, who cares? This is so many dice thrown before picking up the ball, though. Like, goddamn. He does not get punished, though. And you're down... How many players at this point? 6. Another failed pickup. Let's see. 2 turns. Let's see. These guys, I definitely wouldn't be setting them up at this point. I think realistically the only play is probably move this guy down to assist and just try to blitz someone off. You have no good options at this point just because he has such a huge player advantage, which your injury rolls have not been good. This is a 5+ pickup. Yeah. It's easy to surf you now, which I'm not a fan of, but I don't think he's going to surf you. Alright, do we fail another pickup? Yes. Yes, we do. Okay. This is a ridiculous game. Oh no, so close. Yeah, I mean, at this point, like, these last few turns, there's basically nothing you could have done. Uh, the dice decided that both of you were not going to play the rest of this game out, so. So many failed pickups. Oh my god, a successful pickup. Okay, so he's going to throw to him. Okay. And got to do the handoff. Oh. Well, you're definitely not going to be scoring here. Yeah, one dice. Or, oh, that's a red dice. Dauntless did fail, okay. And one more 2 dice. Okay, so the end of this game was a shit show. Just an unadulterated shit show. That being said, you took a way more armor breaks than you likely should have. 65% is very high with no mighty blow in play. Both of you just failed so very many catches and pickups. Yeah, like if you had made even one of these pickups, you probably could have scored and turned that into a 2-0. But I mean, I guess then again, you weren't really counting on the intercept either to give you the actual ability to play it like that. But yeah, the dice rolls in this game were very, very swingy for both of you. Pretty crazy to watch, in all honesty. But like I said, probably the key things to take away from this game is that you definitely need to be pushing up quicker when you're on offense. You want to be able to have at least a scoring threat earlier on, especially before turn 6, most likely. Especially when you're fighting a team like Chaos, because he's going to keep basing you. And if he can reliably get removals, he's going to bog you down, and you're not going to be able to score because he's AV9 and a lot of your players are AV7s. So you got to be really careful about that in particular. Other than that, I'd say probably the other key thing is just to look at the defensive setups, because your defense setup was a bit odd. Or sorry, your offensive setup was a bit odd in the first place. Typically, you want to focus on one side so you can push up that one side pretty quickly, or at least put some focus on that one side. Other than that, though, like you played pretty well. Both of you had some atrocious luck in a lot of times. It was kind of push city for a lot of the game, and then he removed half your team in like 4 turns. So you do need to be careful how much you're basing, though, because sooner or later you're not just going to take badly hurts and KOs. You're going to start losing players. So do be careful about that. But that's basically it. And best of luck to you in your next game.